All right, we are live. We are live. So this is really exciting. Welcome everyone to the expert interview series. This is a show where I have online experts that welcome. Let me just take this down. Where I have online experts give one tip or strategy where they can get an instant result. And so my guests are going to offer you their best tools. And the reason I do this is because we're stimulation overload, right? We have so much information coming at us. And so the information is not the problem. Learning, we can all learn. It's implementing what we learn. And so I wanted my guests to come on and give you one little bite-sized tip that they can help you take the next step in any area of life, because all of our life affects our business. And so I would love to know where you're from. If you want to put where you're from in the comments below, or give us a little emoji or a GIF and let us know what kind of a mood you're in, that would be awesome. My name is Lisa Mizels, and I'm the host here at the Expert Interview Series. I'm also the founder of Unleash Your Mojo Online, and also the creator of the Empowered Living video show, which is an international show. And today we are on with Jennifer Jimbere. So welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you very much for having me. I look forward to our discussion tonight. I grabbed a cup of tea so we could just kind of have a talk and share some strategies. So I'll take a sip while we're waiting for some people to join in with us tonight.
Yeah, that would be great. And, Jennifer's going to be talking about live life better than good. And I think this is such an important topic. I honestly believe that we're here to try and figure out how to do that, how to live in joy, and how to enjoy each and every, part of our life. So I'm excited to hear what you have to say. And so let me just tell the listeners a little bit about you before we jump in, and then maybe we'll have some more people come on. So Jennifer has earned over 13 degrees and certificates in sociology, coaching, human resources, change management, and more. And Jennifer has supported thousands of individuals, teams, and organizations to unleash their strengths and maximize performance, sharing proven, action-oriented, research-based applications in the areas of coaching, change management, and the science of well-being. She's the president of Jimbere Coaching and Consulting, and Jennifer believes that people are creative, capable, wise, and good. She's also the co-founder and resident expert inside Radical Joy Seeking Women's Club. I love that. Empowering women worldwide to take their personal growth to heart. She's a 2-time international best-selling co-author in the series Dream Boldly, I Dare You. I love that. I want to hear about that. And she supports people to find their strengths, seek possibility, and achieve their goals and live life better than good. Jennifer is now in partnership as your Thrive expert. Sorry, I messed up. As your Thrive expert. And she partners with Jennifer Slay, who has earned 2 honor bachelor's degrees and a master's degree in social work. And she's worked in various roles within the social work field for over 19 years. And Jennifer, maybe you can go into a little bit more about your partnership, and just let us know, maybe, welcome, and let us know how you came to 13 degrees. How do you have enough time? You look so young. My goodness. Tell us about your story, how you got to be where you are today.
Well, I love learning. I'm always learning. I have a individualized learning plan every year. Even though I'm no longer in corporate, I still have a learning plan. So every quarter I take a couple classes and see what I can learn. And
great.
I remember in high school, I graduated a year ahead of my cohort and went down to the university and bought a house and gutted it and had bedrooms that I had rented out so that I was a landlord. So I've always kind of been that driven person.
Yeah.
So after a lot of years contributing to one organization at a time, in my last role, I was responsible for the professional development of Edward Jones Canada. So all of the training, the learning that would go out to the field, I would think it up, develop, and go out and train. And so
Nice.
it was an amazing role with great experience. What I was finding as I was building my business on the side is that there was starting to be more conflicts around trying to help individuals in the same industry, but that I was enjoying working with all kinds of different businesses. So, I'd be helping a professor out west, and then I'd be helping a doctor's office, or I'd be going into a law office to support. So what brought me here was, I think, where belief in myself and bold moves met. And I launched the business full time about 2.5 years ago. And
Wow.
that's been amazing, and helped lots of different companies. And I think it's dependent on what they're needing in the moment, right? Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of different tricks and tools and strategies that can come out of the bag when you have that much learning under your belt, right?
Yeah. So what's your favorite? Like, is there a favorite industry or a skill that you teach or something that is your specialty?
I would say productivity and profitability
Yeah.
would be the important pieces that kind of come to every one of the engagements. So no matter where you are,
Yeah.
when we look at the goal, how do I help you get more productive so you're shortening the learning time to get to the goal and to achieve it? And usually that means more profitability.
Yes. And you work with both entrepreneurs and corporate?
Yes.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. You're busy. You're a busy girl.
Yeah. So then about a year and a half ago, I saw this group called Radical Joy Seeking Women's Club on Facebook. And I had just completed another course in the science of well-being through the North Carolina at Chapel Hill. And so when I saw the title, I thought, well, that's kind of neat. So I went in and I started sharing articles and posts and inspiration. And the owner of the group was like, who is this woman who keeps sharing all this stuff in the group? So her and I ended up hopping on a call, and her original vision of just having like a small section of her site where she would bring in guest experts, we kind of blew that out of the window after the third or fourth call, and the vision for it became a lot bigger. And so now we have that subscription community, and at the heart of it is the ability for others who may not be able to work with a coach like myself or Trudy or Marcival to come into a subscription site and have access for a very low monthly fee.
Yeah. So important. And how does this kind of come together with what you do out there?
Yeah, so really Thrive Experts is a brand new partnership that I've entered into, because what I was finding in my work as a coach and consultant is that I work on where are you today and where are you going?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of times in order to get where you're going, there's some blocks we need to work on in order to help you catapult forward. So when Jen and I came together on a project, we worked on building content for business modules, and we just realized we worked really well together. And as I would share something, she'd say, yeah, what about this? And then like third alternative thinking was happening. And through that, we built Thrive Experts, because it's 40 years of psychology and human performance coming together so we can deal with past, present, and future.
So powerful. That's incredible. Gosh, that just sounds like it's like you said, it's bringing everything together, and with all of your degrees put together, you've got a powerhouse there.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
we're excited to be bringing that to market. We've already got opportunities where we're speaking, in the US and Canada, as well as building business modules and bringing those into some teams. So we're excited. We're going to do keynotes, workshops, and business modules. So
how fun. So much fun. And it's just that connection, right? It's like it's doing what you love and trying to inspire, and just put your, just commenting because that's what you wanted to do, because that was naturally you. And then boom, there's a connection, and then it leads to this whole new, thing that you could not even imagine. And I just love that about kind of where we're headed in our business model, is that we can go beyond anywhere our imagination can even go at this point, right?
So one of my favorite sayings is, what you think is possible is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of times we just don't stretch ourselves to that point of dreaming. So the book that I was involved in is called Dream Boldly, I Dare You.
Yeah.
And really that was about calling together a bunch of inspirational world-class coaches, motivational speakers, to share their stories to help people understand that, if you're not dreaming boldly, how can we get you to do that? Right? So whatever it is you think you can do, let's see how we can expand that.
Yeah, because when I hear you talking about what you're doing, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so incredible. And then inside me, it's like, I could never, oh my God, that's so overwhelming. I could never, backpedaling kind of. So what is it about success and productivity that helps you? I know this is not part of what we were going to be talking about, but I'm really curious about how, because you must be very good at productivity and you must be, you've got to be very driven, but how do you contain it and still have time for yourself?
Well, I think in the last year and a half, I've had more time for myself than I've had in a very long time. Yeah. So as it relates to, taking time for being quiet and present, as it relates to getting out and going to work out with my trainer, spending more time with my family, because I'm kind of creating the life that I wanted to have, right? So in the corporate role that I had, it was difficult to do that because I traveled a lot.
Yes.
And you worked a lot. So that's not to say that as an entrepreneur, you don't do that, because I think it's the only job in the world that you can change a 9 to 5 to work,
more
hours a day. But what I mean is that I created kind of the balance that I wanted to have, which means in the mornings, I'm there with the boys. I'm hanging out with them before they leave. It means I'm most of the time here when they're back. It means that if I want to schedule what I want to in the day to be present for them, I can do that.
Yeah, right? So important to really choose your life by design it, right? Choose it. Yeah. So let's dive into your tip or strategy that you have for our listeners that's going to, help them take the next step.
Excellent. So you'll notice I keep looking down because I'm just wondering if there's any comments that we can answer before we move into that.
Oh, great. Yeah, thank you. I turned mine off because, I closed it because I was getting I could hear myself. So.
Okay. Yep. So I think one of the things is that multitasking is not a thing.
Let me look at my phone here.
Right. So a lot of times we try to accomplish so much that we don't accomplish much.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So being present as a coach is really important. So when I ask a question, I need to live in, so I call it like QAS. So when I ask the question, which is the Q, the A comes and I need to follow the S, the silence. So that I can actually understand what you're saying, respond appropriately, and be present with you. So I feel like multitasking is something that is worn as a badge of honor a lot of times. And I challenge whether or not task switching or multitasking is a great thing for us.
It's not really a great thing because, like you said, we can't put our full attention on it. We can't give it we can't fully be present.
Yeah. So a lot of times what I've shared, I'll share this one out of a lot of different strategies and tips and techniques that I share, is in order to be present, sometimes situations come up and emotions are affected, or a lot of instances people can ruminate about a situation. So they're spending a lot of time, which comes to your productivity question. And one of the strategies that I share is something called the 90-second scorecard. So what that means is if you haven't trained your brain to do this, which you will if you do it enough times, you can train your brain to find the solution a lot faster. So if you're not there yet, what you can do is just take a blank piece of paper, draw a line down the middle of it, and on the left side, you would write the problem. So the problem is, this person did that to me. Here's how I felt. Here's what it impacted. Now what's going to happen? So for 90 seconds, you write out the problem on the left-hand side of the sheet of paper. But until you get good enough to switch it immediately, you time it. You set the timer on your phone for 90 seconds. And when the 90 seconds is up, you move your pen from the left to the right. And the right side of the paper is where your solution lies.
Oh.
So for instance, it could be, and here's what I'm going to do about it. And here's who I need help from. And here's 3 different solutions that I could choose. And so what happens a lot of times is somebody can make the solution within 5 minutes instead of within 2 hours, right?
Yeah, that's so, like, you're just laser focused on the one problem instead of all these other stories that are going on in your head.
Yes, like put the facts down, state the emotion on that left side, state the impact, state who else it could impact, but then move into, and so now here's what I'm going to do. Here's the solution.
That's great. I love that. And we have Jennifer on, and she's saying, having the freedom to choose how to live your life is amazing and empowering. Yeah, for sure. Nothing better than that. And she says, multitasking leads to completing tasks in less than your best kind of way. Yeah, because you're half doing your attention is halfway here, however many windows you have open or however many things you're doing at one time. Yeah. And being a coach with clients, you've got to be able to give them your full attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they have that one time to have the person to bounce ideas off of, to have a confidential person that they could say, this sucks, or here's what I'm trying to achieve, or oh my God, I want, like, this is what share that celebration with someone. And they want to do it in a way that is judgment free. They want to do it in a way that helps them come back with executive presence in the right way. Because a lot of times there's a thin line between being assertive and courageous and being aggressive.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of times we have this feeling in our society that pride is a bad thing. And it's not.
Yeah.
And we should be able to be proud of our accomplishments and achievements. And sometimes it's just the way that we present ourselves, that we need to make sure that we have somebody to help guide us.
Yeah. Instead of all over the place or hiding it, right? Not celebrating. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. It's like, why are some of us not able to celebrate? And, that in itself is a problem. That's a limiting, success. It is limiting success.
Yeah. Who's going to do it if you don't do it?
Exactly.
You out there, you might have your sponsors. And Jen and I talked about this last Sunday on Thrive Live. You might have those sponsors out there that would talk so well of you when you aren't even in the room.
Yeah.
That you do or don't know that they're doing that for you. But not a lot of people actively seek out and foster the relationship with their sponsors. So if you're not actively having mentors, coaches, and sponsors around you, it makes it difficult for you to be promoted, for people to understand what it is you can do for them.
Yeah. So true. My gosh. So I love that tip about the 90 seconds on one side and then timing it again and putting the 90 minutes on another side to take 2 hours and just shrink it into a laser focused, timed writing event that takes 180 minutes.
Well, no, it's a 90-second score.
Oh, 90 second.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is typically people take 2 hours
Yeah.
And that's some people. Others can take 3 days, right? Where it's just, that's all they're preoccupied with, because, oh, how dare this person do that, or whatever the case might be. A
Yeah.
great book on that subject is called The Four Agreements. I don't know if you've read
Yes.
Four Agreements, but
Yes.
if your audience hasn't read that, I would invite them to pick that book up, because it talks about us being in control of what we can control. And so the 90-second scorecard lets us go, all right, so I acknowledge that's what happened. Here's how I felt. Here's what's going on. Now, here's how I choose to respond.
Yeah, no, that's really powerful. I've never heard that before, honestly. So that's, I'm going to try that technique. I think that's, yeah, super, super great. And yes, The Four Agreements by,
Don Miguel Ruiz.
yeah, I was going to say Miguel, but I knew it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Miguel Ruiz.
Yes.
And so many quotes I see, all over the internet from his book, and his book is just amazing. So powerful. So thank you for bringing that up. And yeah, so if the listeners here have any questions or comments and you're watching the replay, feel free to tag Jennifer or me and let us know what your questions are. And for those of you who are here live, thank you so much for watching. And I just want to say, this has been such a great great tip, because it's something practical that you can take and do right now. Yeah. Like if you're having an issue right now, you can take this and do it right now. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So tell us what kind of exciting, fun things you have going on.
Well, we have something called Dream Bold and Thrive Party happening January 31st. Jen and I are hosting that virtually with a group of people. And what we want to do is help them start the year off thriving. So whether you're an entrepreneur or you're somebody who's really successful in corporate, you want a group of people to kind of talk about what are your strengths, what are some of your year-end rituals, what is your word of the year, and how can you not only take inspired action, but maintain momentum? Because a lot of times the year starts off and we have, I call them wildly important goals, and they're very lofty. And so how do you actually put the right pieces in play to make sure that you maintain momentum?
Very good. So it's a party. It's an online party. Okay. And I have 3 websites for you that you gave me. Now, can they find out about it in one of those websites?
Yes. So under the thriveexperts.com, which is the third one that I sent you,
yep.
Inside of the ways to work with your Thrive experts is that party.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to take this, everyone, and I'm going to put it in the comment section so that you can just go ahead and click on the link and it will take you right there to that party, to the fun party on the 31st. Sounds awesome.
That we might be able to give your audience is, I know that a lot of your people are online entrepreneurs. Right. And so a lot of times that means that we're working in isolation.
Yes.
So that's why I kind of thrive in partnership, because I'm an I in the DISC model. So I like change and different people and different energy.
Yeah.
So for some people, they're used to working at home in isolation, and it's hard to maintain that momentum or their positive emotions, because I have competitiveness that I'm worried about. Like, how am I comparing to that person? They have imposter syndrome. They have lots of things that come up. So inside of the Jimbere coaching and consulting site, there are 5 tips, which is quick videos, 2-minute videos that are cartoon-like, that help you with 5 practices on increasing your positive emotions. So hopefully that's a service to them too.
Yes, thank you so much. That's awesome. I will put these links in the comment section, and yeah, please, everybody that's listening, please go and check out Jennifer's information. It sounds amazing. The Thrive Academy, Thrive Radical Thrive Experts. Yeah, Thrive Experts.
You got it. Well, I do have a lot on the go. It's completely understandable.
Well, and it's been one of those days too where it's like bum, 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 bum. So thank you for bearing with me. But yeah, so I will put that in there so everybody can have access to those. And just thank you so much for being here, being a part of of this expert interview series and letting us know about what is going on with you and some of your areas of expertise. So thank you so much, and we will see you around, and I will see all of you people that are watching and all of my audience. I'll see you on Friday at noon Pacific time. So thank you so much.